Right, Samson here. So in today's book review, I was reading the Four Agreements. So it's a wisdom book, it's a personal development book that is by Don Miguel. So it centers around the fact that it's a practical guide to personal freedom and all. So I love how the author brings out his perspective in narrating the book. So it's divided into some sections, like six of them. The first one, after the introduction, where some story of a certain man who lived like some 3,000 years ago is given. He dwells right into domestication, that is, of the dream planet. Now, the dream planet is basically a sum total of all the dreams that everyone on this planet called the Earth has, and that has to do with the way we've been raised, the way beliefs and certain systems have been instilled in us and all that. So that is where it is all stemming from when we talk about domestication. That also relates to the fact that there is an attention scheme that is installed and bestowed in us. So I'm going to read what he says about attention, because that is where everything comes in, and agreement itself. So he says agreement is the only way to store information. So as it is called faith. So after the information has been stored, it becomes faith. So now to have faith is to believe in something unconditionally. So domestication now from childhood started up to now, where we've got different beliefs. We believe in things maybe that we do not really believe in, or things that we might not necessarily be inclined to. That is basically because the attention scheme that we had from childhood was domesticated in us. We paid attention and then we agreed, and then it was stored, then it became faith, which we believe now, and conditionally. Aside from the fact that there is that perspective given in the book, I love what the four agreements are about, and diving right into them. The first agreement that is given is be impeccable with your words. So now the word impeccable from Latin comes from the word peccato, which simply means sin, and then the prefix im, that is im, is simply translated as without. So when we talk about your speech being impeccable, we're talking about your speech or your words being without sin. The dictionary defines impeccable as being faultless or being without any error. So yeah, the fact that your words are supposed to be impeccable, we are talking and looking at the fact that there is need for us to create with our words. He quotes what the Bible says, I think from John chapter 1 verse 1, where the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So the fact that we've got words, it simply means that they've got the power to create. So whatever is manifested is confessed out of our mouths, is something that is really going to manifest. So in your words, you ought to be impeccable. Number two, that is the second agreement that you're talking about from the book, is don't take anything personally. This is a principle that I think a lot of people are supposed to work around, including myself, because a lot of times you tend to take different things personal for different reasons. So whatever happens around you, whatever is going on with you, isn't something that's supposed to literally be taken personally. You save yourself a lot of hurt when you cease to take things personal. Accept people that they are people, and accept situations the way they are. Change what you need to change, and live with what you cannot manage to change. Which drives me to the third agreement, literally, that is, you're not supposed to make assumptions. Something that is very hard to do and understand, but most of the times we tend to make assumptions and then we make conclusions before we even tend to ask. But the notion is the fact that after every assumption that you've made, because it's literally impossible for you not to make assumptions, because whenever you look at something, whenever you think about something, it's an assumption already that you've made. But making conclusions, my opinion, where coming in now, is the fact that it's not really going to serve you well when you make conclusions without asking. So asking isn't something that's going to hurt, instead of making conclusions out of your assumptions. So it is going to save you a lot of hurt as well. Then the fourth agreement is you're always supposed to do your best. So the only way to live is for you to live your life to the fullest. So the only way you're going to live and enjoy your life happily, lovingly, is only by living your life the best way you can, doing the best in everything that you can. So when you're doing the best that you are doing, it might be in your field, it can be in anything that you are doing, then you're definitely living a life of a higher calling, if I may put it that way. And then the two closing sections that the book has, we're talking about the Toltec Path to Freedom. So maybe something that I didn't mention in the introduction is the fact that the Toltec, a group from southern Mexico of men and women who are considered to be people of knowledge. So the way to freedom is literally divided into three masteries that you're supposed to have, and that is the mastery of awareness, there is a mastery of transformation, number two, and there is a mastery that is of intent. So the mastery of intent is referred to as the mastery of love. And then the new dream that is heaven on earth. You can create your own heaven and you can create your own earth by the way that you decide to live your life. So those were the four agreements, a practical guide to living a life of freedom. There are a lot of insights in the book. You want to check it out. So till we meet in the next segment, check it out.